the issue of corporate governance. The issue of corporate governance, you are aware, this is what has taken us where we are. And sorry to say this, we found ourselves there. Myself, I found myself there. I was a shareholder investing like you from outside there, looking at company balance sheet, which was inflated with the debts, as you say, and they were never declared. The debts were bad debts, were put as if it's money we can recover. The money could not be recoverable. And I was cheated through this book. And I went through and I bought the shares, and now I find myself where I am. And I have to sit down here to being abused by the shareholders. Yeah, it's true, being abused by the shareholders, but I was not part and parcel of what was going on in this company. I was not. I have never been. I found myself where I am. So, the issue of corporate governance is we have two people already from CMA who were appointed to come and represent the minority shareholders. So the issue of, and one of them, Joshua Kibe, is the CEO of Center of Corporate Governance. So when you talk of corporate governance, I think we are really, really up to date. Everything we are doing above board. And we are checking and making sure that all the things which are done above board. And it's our interest to protect the value of our shareholders. The 600 million. The 600 million were debts which were given out by the previous management. They were given without any documentation. They were just given out. There is no collateral which was there. And when we looked at it, these are some of these debts had been rolled over for a number of years. Some of them were 10 years. And even when we tried to locate some of the people who were there, the box numbers were not working. There is nothing which was working. But those debts were rolled over for many years, and we realized that these were just debts which have been put in the book, and there's no way we can be able to collect those debts. So that's why we wrote them off. We realized there's no way of collecting those debts. Let me to answer, who is our finance director. If you have checked the books of accounts, you have seen we have been able to bring our debts from all the way to 6 billion, 6.5 billion. 6.5 billion. We are now at around 4.3 billion, 3.4 billion. You realize if we never had all these debts which we are bringing down, the shareholders would be rushing to the bank. Because you realize we are paying all this money, we should be paying the shareholders this money. And we have come all the way from 6 billion, all the way now we are to 3 billion. It means if we are given 2 more years, then we'll be at zero, we'll be at zero as debts. So we are thinking, given time in the coming 1 to 2 years, this company will be back to profitability where it was, will be close to over 1 billion, because if you check the interest rate which we paid for the last financial year, we paid around 960 million Kenyan shillings. So all that money which was paid as interest rates, imagine that money was not to be paid as interest rates. That all that money should be money for the shareholders. So the company is very profitable, I can tell you. And we are confident that we'll be able to move forward and make good profits for the shareholders, ourselves included.